All righty,
Okay.
we should be, can somebody let us know if you can hear?
I can hear.
Yes. Okay, great.
We can hear on
Awesome.
Zoom.
Thank you. We're going to call this meeting to order at 3:04 p.m. I appreciate everyone waiting. We were waiting for a quorum of members to be physically present to start the meeting. So that was the reason for the delay. So thank you for sticking with us. So we do need a secretary, someone to take the minutes. Do we have anyone willing
If
to
somebody gives
volunteer
me
for that?
paper and a pen, I will do it.
I'll
Awesome.
them if you want me to
No, I
have
don't.
paper.
Yeah, I'll take the notes and I'll give them to you and she'll do.
We're
Yep.
sharing.
Okay,
Thank you. We're gonna do it together.
Thank you.
awesome.
Yep.
Very much.
I don't know, I had an extra thing.
Okay, we'll go ahead and continue with everyone who is, if you are a member of the HEAC and you are on the recording, would you please, for the record, state your presence and who you are, with the reason for it's not practical for you to participate in person, as well as identify any persons in the location from which you are participating. And this is for roll call.
State Representative Katie Peternell. I live in Wolfboro. I was at the State House all day yesterday and was looking for a day off from travel.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the location with you?
No.
Representative Peternell? Thank you
No.
very much. Okay. We'll go around the room and if you will state your name for attendance purposes, please. April Villani, present.
Jennifer Carrera, present.
Heather Barker, present.
Rebecca Woodman, present. Michelle LaBelle, present.
Thank you very much. We do have a quorum of our members.
You have one more.
Oh.
State Rep Caitlin
Oh,
Kutak.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. I couldn't see your last name, so I was thrown off. I apologize.
It's okay. Present remotely due to childcare, and my daughter's in the room with me.
Thank you. Okay. Just looking at my notes here on how to proceed. Okay, so at the top of our agenda is to talk about appointments and resignations. As of August 31st of this year, 2023, we have term expirations for Michael Koski, Michelle LaBelle, and Jennifer Pereira. If you would like to be reappointed, it's asked that you let Tim know so that he can let the commissioner know that you desire a reappointment. If not, it's kindly asked that if you know someone who can serve in your place, that you please nominate someone for the commissioner to consider for an appointment. I would ask, because we really need a quorum of people here, that probably should make sure a person is available to attend in meetings so that we can have, like, in person, so that we can indeed have meetings and proceed with our business. And with that, we need to talk about recruitment for vacancies. So that would be, currently we have a vacant spot for home educator associations. We have a commissioner appointment vacant, as well as the New Hampshire School Board Association and the New Hampshire Association of School Principals and the Non-Public School Advisory Council. Those are vacant. We've heard from the department that they are seeking to fill those roles. Sometimes those come not a response. So as council members, if you know someone who would be a good candidate, or if you feel free to reach out to these organizations to solicit them, because when all parties are at the table, all these organizations, it's a fuller conversation and it really yields better for our council.
Right.
Does anyone have any comments or?
I do. I'm
About this.
retiring on June 30th.
What?
Oh, no.
Well, congratulations.
So
but
I'll
I'm-
probably work in the public sector still, but not full-time as a central office administrator. So I'll have to get you guys somebody to join the committee who's gonna be good.
Who's just as awesome as you
We're
are.
gonna get somebody just as awesome as me.
Awesome.
I would only want somebody just as awesome as you to support this.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you. Will you be officially tendering your resignation as of a certain date if you're retiring?
Well, I was hoping that there might be a different scenario. Yep, I
Okay,
would definitely want to be on the council if I could still be
Okay.
on that council. Yeah,
awesome,
just not in
Thank
that
you.
role,
awesome, thank you,
that making us.
sweet.
Okay.
Yes, Tim,
If I could.
Of course.
I just wanted to offer up kind of the department's procedure on the associations. So last year, I have a rule of three I kind of use, so I requested 3 times from each of the associations. If they would like to nominate somebody. And I got some, as you said, School Boards Association was silent. The other associations did respond. They reached out to their membership. And so I will again do the same thing in August.
awesome, thank
And
you,
it's our, department feels it's our due diligence to make those requests and not just assume we're not gonna hear from the School Boards Association again.
right,
So we give them that opportunity every year to let us know if they'd like to nominate somebody for consideration.
thank you for sharing it. Any other comment? I mean, I just personally know sometimes people respond better when you make a one-on-one personal request, right? So I feel like as a member, it would be fruitful if we know someone to reach out to these organizations. So thank you. Moving on, we have agenda review. And I don't know if anyone has any changes they would like to see to the agenda before we proceed. Okay, hearing none. The one thing, I believe, Rebecca, that you had some questions about the adult ed rules. Do you want that added to this agenda or maybe
No.
brought forward to a future meeting?
No, that's fine.
Okay, great, thank you. With no changes to the agenda, we'll move
Can I
forward.
ask one clarifying question?
Sure,
Will we be voting on the recording thing that many parents have sent emails in about? Is that part of the agenda?
it is, yes,
Okay, perfect.
thank you. Moving on, we're going to the minutes of the previous meeting of April 21st, 2023. Has everyone had an opportunity to review those minutes?
I think I have one correction I saw. There's a spelling error. Counselors, under might review the report, there should be 1 L and not 2.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone else have any feedback regarding the minutes? Okay, hearing none, are there any motions to approve the minutes with the correction as noted?
I'll make a motion to approve as noted with some corrections.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Okay, great. All right, I am unclear since the 2 members that we have are non-voting members, if we need to do roll call or not. So I think to do our voting, so probably to be on the safe side, let's do roll call voting. Okay. So, Heather,
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
7 minutes.
thank you. Michelle,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
and I'm a yes. So minutes are approved. Thank you very much. The next thing on our agenda for immediate business is the 2022 to 2023 annual report that is to be provided to the state board. Yes, Michelle.
I'm looking at the agenda. I believe that. it
Oh, I'm
says
sorry.
public
Thank you.
comment.
You're right. Public comment is before that. Okay, thank you very much, Michelle. Public comment is actually next. So currently we do not have a protocol for public comments. So I just want to make sure everybody would be comfortable with anyone who wants to make a public comment, allowing them 3 minutes. That's based on what the state board does, and asking the person to identify themselves in the town or city of their residence before addressing the board or the council.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. With that, does anyone have a public comment for the council?
I can't find raise my hand. May I speak?
Certainly.
I'm Diane LaChance. I finished homeschooling many years ago. My one and only is 31. I spent many years at the HEAC meetings supporting the awesome work this group does and the hard work they do. And I'm just tuning in to try and support what you're doing. I've sent everybody my comments, and I'm just going to listen today and maybe come up to speed, and just here to support the work that you're doing.
Thank you for being here, Mrs. LaChance. Any other public comments? Okay, seeing
Glenn
none.
Cordelli.
Oh, go ahead, Representative Cordelli.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to mention, we had for most of us, a disturbing day in the House yesterday with the defeat of the Parents' Rights Bill. But there was a comment by our majority leader afterwards, and I see newspaper or online articles anyway today with the same message that the defeat of that bill is going to lead to greater interest in school choice and homeschooling. So that's, I think, just something for the council to monitor. I think it's entirely possible that that will be the case.
Thank you, Representative Cordelli. We have some people who are on the meeting that are muted. Could we possibly unmute them just in case they need to speak up if they're unable to raise their hand if they'd like to give public comment?
I think they can unmute themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Angela is the only other.
Oh, here's one that says asked.
Asked one.
Oh, that's on your side. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for your public comment. We'll have a second public comment meeting at towards the end of the meeting. So if there's anything that you've heard today that you'd like to comment on, you'll have the opportunity again to speak. Thank you. The next item is immediate business is the 2022-2023 annual report. So has everyone had a chance to review that? I'll go ahead for the record and read the report. Is that okay for you guys if I go ahead and read it?
Yes.
Okay. The Home Education Advisory Council, HEAC, continued this past year to fulfill its role to facilitate communication between the New Hampshire Department of Education, various education stakeholders, and the homeschool community. The council worked to promote an understanding of home education as well as the various perspectives of the education community. We listened to and shared our thoughts with the New Hampshire representatives and senator who have seats on the council. The New Hampshire Department of Education incorporated HEAC's advice for the home education rules during the rulemaking process. The Office of Adult Education has graciously listened to our concerns as they work through the rulemaking process. New Hampshire has continued to see growth in home education and a continued need to inform new families about the requirements and opportunities of the choice to home educate. Participation on the Home Education Advisory Council keeps its home education representatives as well as all of its other members up to date on the changes in home education law and rules. This assists the homeschool organizations to provide their members with information about how to initiate and carry out a home education program in New Hampshire. The fruits of participation on this council can also be seen in other participating stakeholders. For example, our New Hampshire School Administrators Association representative, understanding the law and the perspective of homeschool families, was able to assist her public school district to develop a way to respond and document when a parent of an enrolled student tells staff they have decided to homeschool. We have seen many other benefits of the council's work. The Department of Education entered the rule
We can't hear you.